I've got something.
What's up?
Bocchi the Rock.
Oh, he come out swinging. Okay, I'll let him take this one.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear.
What do you want to hear?
What are your opinions on Bocchi the Rock?
I think it's kind of arse.
Why?
Because one, the music is just not very good.
That's
Two,
not true.
I think it relies way too heavily on the social awkwardness, which is just way too overplayed.
Okay.
No one acts like her in real life, and people who say they do is just lying to themselves.
Do you know many introverts? Many introverts?
Yeah, but they're not that fucking introverted.
Okay. And is that it?
Do you know any introverts that are that introverted?
I've run into many people.
I'm sweating for you. I'm sweating.
No, I'm standing down. Okay. I'm not going to let the general scare me. I'm the soldier that fights back.
I'll say this much. I run into a lot of people at conventions. You know,
Okay.
they come up to meet me at like an autograph table or something.
Yeah.
And yes, I have encountered people who definitely are that level.
Maybe you just give off a terrifying aura.
I do give up.
Maybe when they're not in front of you, they're just like the most chirpy, like.
Maybe everyone's a Bocchi in my presence. But okay, so you don't like the music and you thought the main character was exaggerated. Is that it?
Yeah, way too exaggerated. To the point where it just became not fun to watch.
Do you think it's funny?
No.
What kind of anime do you think is funny?
Not Bocchi.
Okay, I'm asking you what kind of anime do you think is funny?
You asking me all my favorite comedy animes?
Sure, yeah.
If I had to pick, probably Nichijou.
Okay, Nichijou's good. Yeah.
I like the absurdist comedy.
Okay.
Whereas, like, I feel Bocchi, just every joke had a formula that just got old really fast.
Interesting.
You know, at the first couple of episodes, I was like, okay, yeah, she's super socially awkward, and you know, it's funny to see her turn into a blob. Haha, funny. But when it's that for 10 episodes, I'm just like, I mean, come on, man.
See, I'm just happy there's someone here to help me fight my fight.
Because you're a pro Bocchi, right?
Yeah, I'm very pro.
What about you?
I haven't seen it. Leave me out of this. Leave me out of this.
He's
Leave me
definitely
out of
not
this.
pro Bocchi.
But I just want to. But just on the record, I don't stand for it.
Yeah. Well, you don't have an opinion on it because you haven't watched it.
I mean, it looks like the exact kind of show that was scientifically engineered to not be for me.
What kind of show? So, okay, first off, I'll finish the Bocchi thing.
Okay, sure.
Like, ultimately, comedy is subjective, so I'm not gonna try to convince someone that something is funny.
Yeah.
Okay. I think for me, the comedy does work. It does surprise me that it doesn't, because I think there is a lot of absurdist comedy in Bocchi, like the way, like her reactions to things.
Yes.
It does feel like maybe just I can understand a character putting you off, and that kind of ruins the show for you in a way.
No, because because that's the thing. Is like there were characters in Bocchi that I really, really enjoyed.
Sure.
You know, the drunk bassist girl. Fucking love her.
Okay. Yeah.
Forgot her name. Some of the
I have
other,
no idea
you know,
what's going on in the show, by the way. Why is there a drunk bassist girl in there? She's like 12.
She's not 12.
she's
though.
not
She's not 12.
Yeah.
How old is she?
she's like mid-20s.
20s.
She's mid-20s?
Yeah.
Mid-20s, yeah.
Bocchi?
No.
The bassist girl.
The drunk chick.
No, the actual
Yeah,
like
yeah.
band members are like what,
They're high
15,
school. Yeah,
they're high
16,
schoolers,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
But
Where's the drunk person coming into this?
Because one of the band members' sisters runs the
live house.
Runs the live house. And
These are the hype house. I was like,
The hype house, the Bocchi hype house.
runs the concert hall, and the drunk chick is one of the friends of
Got
her
it.
sister. So
Okay.
And like,
basically-
and her role in the story is like Bocchi sees her being so like carefree and like, you know, full of confidence
Yeah.
on stage, and that inspires her to be a little more like
Yeah.
open on stage.
Oh, she's 28?
she's 28.
Okay.
No. Wait.
Yeah, the drunk girl.
yeah,
She's
the
the
drunk-
top right. She's
The
top
drunk
right.
bassist girl is like 28.
Also, the
Yes.
live house chick is hot as fuck. The 29-year-old, hot as
The 20.
fuck.
Which one, the drunk
I'm
bassist
into
chick, or-
the 30-year-old sister myself. She's
She's
great.
also
All of
hot.
them look 15. All right, just to preface.
That's called an art style.
Okay, I just want to say, can we all agree they all look exactly the fucking same age?
I mean, this is not a very, like, you're looking at this from really far away as well.
This would be, if you had half the
If
shit
you
in
go
4K,
right up
it would
to
be the
it,
same.
definitely
zoom in
look
on
way
that
older. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's in 1080p. I can't see it.
This is just the clip clip of
480p.
I think Jose Mourinho going, "I say nothing. If I say something, I'm in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble."
Okay, let's not get into the fucking age of the character. Okay, you put a choker on, now you're 29. Sure, all right.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
the anime rule.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I'm presuming you're a big fan of the show.
Oh, I love the show. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the music's great. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
he is
about.
just he's what
What do you not like about the music?
He's just
The most-
wrong about
It's
the
the
music.
most basic fucking
Considering
J-pop
you
I've
like
ever heard.
K-On, Joey, I don't know how you can say this right now. I'm
Oh, the
sorry.
K-On music was way better.
Oh my god.
Man's in the hot seat.
I like K-On a lot, but
Tomato, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I'm.
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just a personal thing, I guess.
Here's the thing: if K-On didn't exist, let's say this was the first of its kind, do you think your opinion on it would have changed? Do you think there's some comparisons to K-On?
Actually, what
because
do you like
it's
about K-On? Because I want to know.
Do you not like K-On?
I don't like K-On.
I love this. This is great.
I'll fight you too.
He's on my side now.
Okay. Yeah.
What I liked about K-On is that it didn't take itself seriously and it was just like dumb fun.
Okay.
Whereas with Bocchi, I feel like, I don't know, they're a little bit too try-hardy in some parts of like trying to tell like a deep story about a character like getting over her fears on stage and
Man, if only we had popcorn right now.
and I'm like, let's not kid ourselves. That's not the reason why people are fucking watching this show.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
I disagree, but you go ahead. Yeah.
Bocchi is what I wanted K-On to be. Bocchi is the show I thought I was going to get when I started watching K-On.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I wanted more of a focus on, stuff like the struggles that Bocchi was going through, really getting over her anxiety, seeing some character progression, just even a little bit in Bocchi. I felt like K-On way more leaned into like the slice of lifey, kind of like vibey aspect of things.
Sure.
And I just wanted some more plot progression.
So you wanted plot.
Yeah. I wanted more plot, which
That's
K-On does have, but it's definitely not
not the
as-
draw.
It's definitely
It's not the draw. Also, I'd say the first season has more of an arc. The second season doesn't really have much of an arc,
Yeah,
from what I
yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But it is very, very fluffy slice of life.
Yes.
But that's the vibe.
Yeah.
I actually really like that Bocchi. I mean, obviously your mileage will vary on the main character, but I really like the main character, and I like seeing her sort of emotional growth and her confidence go up, and
Yeah.
the friendships form. Have you guys seen Sound Euphonium?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think of Sound Euphonium?
I think it's fantastic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
And so Peace has returned. I know you haven't seen a single one of these shows because they don't have a Naruto in it or whatever.
What the fuck? Okay. What the heck?
I love how he became
What the?
Okay.
First of all, I haven't watched Naruto.
You haven't seen Naruto? Okay.
Well, I've watched a couple episodes.
What's
Boring.
let's go back to a
No,
thing we were
okay.
talking about. What's a Connor anime?
What is a Connor anime?
Connor anime?
What's your favorite anime?
Great Pretender?
No, that's not.
You call me out with it.
Did we
I'm a
ask
phony?
this last time? What's your favorite anime?
Oh, my favorite anime.
The Monogatari series is my favorite.
That says a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. All right.
I mean, the most
If I
important.
had to pick.
The most important anime to me is the Ava series.
Okay,
to
sure.
say it's my favorite is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
I mean, I don't think it's like the best show, but definitely Bakano, especially the double
Yeah.
Bakano, I
Bakano's
love
so-
so
Bakano's-
much.
Bakano's-
So much so
Bakano's
that
good.
my YouTube avatar is fucking. It's inspired by Bakano, the white suits they wore on the
yeah.
train.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love
the Lad
Bakano.
Russo?
Yeah. Love Bakano.
I would say Connor loves anime that doesn't feel. How can I say it's too anime?
Yeah. I'm very
if
adverse.
it's set
more
in a,
grounded.
If it's set in a
Yeah.
school, he immediately doesn't like
They
it.
talk about me like I'm like a pet, which is true. But no, it's the schools. The schools I'm not a fan of, and the whole like
If it's too tropey,
Yeah.
very tropey.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of. I guess. Okay, I've not watched Bocchi. Not seen anything of Bocchi, but everything that I have seen of it looks like every single kind of trope and story like
you would not
element that I
like.
would
Yeah.
not enjoy
Yeah.
hearing about. And maybe there's something wrong with my brain where I can't like.
No, you just know what you like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say a lot of people just like they don't like the tropiness of
Yeah.
anime sometimes, and some people like me, I love that, and I love both kinds of like.
I
anime
like
out
it
there.
sometimes. Like if it's done in like a tongue-in-cheek way, like not serious type of way, in almost like a post-ironic
Yeah.
type of way.
Yeah.
Then there's some where I'm like, okay, yeah, that's just fun and dumb.
Yeah.
But if it's done like a little too on the nose, then I'm kind of the same as Connor. I'm like, all right, yeah, I've seen this 500
And like
times.
the joke is
before.
that it's like always set in a school. But I think
Yeah.
that normally when an anime is set in a school, it normally means that a bunch of these tropes are going to follow that I'm not fond of. It's not
Like
the
what?
school.
What are some examples of tropes you're not fond of?
That's a good. I mean, I have to answer that. That's a good question.
He's sparing no one.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, you want receipts, and that's totally fair. The hot seat is on. All right, it's fine. That's all I'm going to comment. Okay, so I think that. All right, so first of all, anything that is like too heavily like fan service element or like
I'm with you on that. I don't.
anytime
like that,
they
yeah.
have like any character that is like Meliodas is immediately a no. Anytime the character is so socially awkward beyond belief, it's not that I don't believe that is a thing that happens. It's just I just don't want to watch a character that's like, oh God, should I say hi to her? Oh, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I'm sure I had those thoughts when I was 12, but I'm not 12 anymore, and I don't want to relive those. And to me, that's not a compelling. Basically, I don't want to see a teenager being awkward because I don't want to experience that anymore. I've lived that
see.
enough.
Okay.
So all of those kind of tropes that follow that, anything that's like, if there is a like triple love triangle, I'm normally rolling my eyes.
Okay.
I don't know what
fucking love
triple
that
love
shit.
triangle.
I
That is
fucking-
just a love triangle.
I can fuck with that too in the right show.
like-
It needs to be done right though.
Yeah. The
Because
love
so many times it's just done for the sake of
like,
it.
if it's a love triangle that's just like, the main character said something and you misunderstand, and then there's like this big misunderstanding, and then that there's
Yeah,
an
every
entire
ecchi
fucking
manga.
there's an entire fucking 2-episode thing on that like one simple
Well,
misunderstanding.
that's why like I felt like you watch Oshinoko and you're like, oh, it's kind of an interesting premise, and then it quickly just becomes a is he gonna fuck his sister or not story, and you're like, well, it's kind of not really. I was kind of hoping it wasn't
I mean,
gonna be
recent
that.
Oshinoko has been
I would,
fucking
I would
wild.
argue that that's more the fandom. If
Really?
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's like where it felt like it was going. You're like, what?
I would say with Oshinoko, it didn't need that aspect so much, and I think
Which aspect?
the whole like best
Brother.
girl.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
whole, like, because it's not just like the sister. It's
But
like,
that felt very like corporate, like a corporate decision. It's like, well, how will we sell the most?
Well, yeah, because that's what people
Let's
love,
have a
right?
waifu war.
no, I just think okay.
You think he just like that?
I think he likes that shit, man.
Which I can understand. I could fully believe that.
I mean,
but at the
that's
same
true.
time,
this
it
is the
felt.
man that wrote Negima.
Yeah.
Which was like the most like, who's the wife?
No,
He's 30 of them.
it's Kaguya-sama.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, my
Akasaga.
bad. Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
of Akamatsu.
Yeah,
my bad.
yeah.
Sorry.
But because I think like Oshinoko has compelling drama and has some really cool explorations on like the Japanese entertainment industry, and then they were just
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
But also, let's just add a best girl war as well.
Yeah, you're like, why? I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you like Oshinoko?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's why I'm sitting here, just
Waiting. Okay.
no, not waiting, just
Yeah.
observing.
I thought you were like stewing a response.
No,
of
no,
like,
no,
I've
no.
now.
Have you watched Girls Band Cry?
no, I've heard
this
good
year.
things though.
You would very much enjoy that.
My
maybe
problem,
you will
my
as well,
problem
Joe.
is for me, I'm always watching anime that's old that no one cares about. I'm watching through Gintama right now.
Oh, that's fucking
I love
fantastic.
You guys can agree. Yeah.
Are we getting to the point where Gintama's old? I was just like, wait.
I mean, it's getting there.
I realized because in the beginning, Gintama was like, it took me a little bit to get into it.
Yeah.
I'm about 100 or so episodes into it, and I realized that it's just Animaniacs. The Animaniacs.
yeah.
Wait, is it?
Animaniacs.
Yeah, in a sense.
It's like it's very much like, I mean, it's Animaniacs with like every now and then there's actual emotional stakes.
Yeah.
But it's three wackos just doing shit, and there's always references going over your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as an English viewer. Like when you watched Animaniacs?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you watched as a kid.
I don't know. I just liked all the funny things going.
Yeah, but they would always be doing like references to things you didn't understand as a kid, but it didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that.
That's a lot though.
What do you mean?
Gintama is long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
I
good.
commit.
yeah.
So
But you've got a lot. You're playing a ton of board games. You're watching a ton of anime, playing a ton of games. How do you find time for all this?
I think for me, board games are the big priority, which
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I saw you guys played Gloomhaven.
Yes.
How the hell
Yeah,
did
they
you see
talked
this?
about it. Yeah.
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 How'd that go?
A lot of fun, but the tutorial was that took a long time
You played
to figure out.
the regular version.
No.
No.
We did
We-
the lions. Something.
Oh, even
Yeah.
with that, it was still
Yeah.
tough? Okay.
Well, it was just because I think So our friend died us. He'd played it, and so he was telling us a bunch of rules that the thing didn't want to tell us about yet. So we were getting kind of confused and stumbling around. And it wasn't his fault that it was that. We just didn't know either.
Yeah.
But it felt more confusing to learn about mechanics that were coming later, and then be like, oh wait, now we're supposed to learn about this mechanic.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a little tough to get because you have to punch everything out. You have to get all the stuff, and
Yeah.
I feel like it was great playing board games with you because I didn't have to do anything, and you were like, "I know everything. Let me just
know
walk
everything.
You.
That's
Let me
true.
just."
Yes.
And I realized how much more fun board games are when you have someone who's like, "Sit back, pick up your cards. I'll tell you everything."
I am happy to be the board game shepherd.
Yeah.
Basically, I'll go through all the rules. I think one of the biggest obstacles is a big rule book, and you're not used to playing board games.
Yeah.
That just kills momentum.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, especially when you have like, if there's maybe 4 of us there and we're there for 2 hours going over the rules. That feels like a real like momentum killer when you're like, we just want to play board games. We didn't want to like study for a test.
Yeah, because I think, I mean, you introduced Colin to Slay the Spire, which, what a fucking fantastic experience that was. And I think going from that, if we didn't have the experience of playing that and going straight into Gloomhaven,
That'd be tough.
it would have been a fucking too big of a leap.
Yeah. Gloomhaven's heavy. I think it's unfortunate that your friend kind of maybe went ahead because I think Jaws of the Lion actually really well puts you through all the steps in a very reasonable way.
Yeah.
But I can understand the excitement of, this is basically how you do it. And
I think you're just super excited to share the game.
Yeah.
But I think once you play the game, it's not that complicated.
Oh, no.
It's just,
no.
you this card you move and this card you attack, right?
Yeah.
And then you just have to choose and you lose your hand as you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the mechanisms in it are actually very elegant once you start going with it.
Yeah, it's more of like just the, info dump of just so many mechanics and so many different things, and the big ass rule book that is, obviously going to be very scary for newcomers.
Yeah.
So I think everyone needs someone like you who is able to just take their hands and be like, children, here's how to play the game. Come along, I'll explain everything.
The Moses of board.
The worst part is when we're doing like, I don't know, Slay the Spire, when you're not sure exactly how a mechanic works in a game.
Yeah.
And then everyone's debating of like, I think it should work this way. And the rule doesn't
everyone's
really
doing
clearly,
guesswork.
and the rules doesn't clearly define how the mechanic works in X scenarios. So you're like, what the fuck? But Slay the Spire was really good there.
Yeah, Slay the Spire, I think
And
it's...
just playing it once with you, I was able to like then be like, here's how we play it, guys. Here's how we do it.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.